As the violence crisis in Louisville gets worse, 5 shot in a 5-hour period overnight, 3 of them dead. A brutally painful reminder today of what's at stake. You are looking live this morning from Wave 3 News, Air 3, a memorial service for LMPD officer Nick Rodman, a Louisville Metro police officer, just got back to work after his wife had a baby, little Ellie Jean, 4 weeks ago. And an older brother in the family of 4, married. Now they are planning a funeral. He was killed in the line of duty Tuesday. We'll get to more about what happened here in a bit, but as you look here at Jefferson Square, it has been packed for an hour. Poured rain for a half an hour, did not matter. Everybody's lined up in a circle here around Jefferson Square downtown, across from the courthouse, and getting ready for this memorial service at the Fallen Officers Memorial to start here in a moment. I talked with the organizer of the memorial service, only 2 speakers today, the mayor and the police chief, and we heard a little bit from the mayor and the police chief about what they think of the man, Nick Rodman, after what happened here a couple of days ago. Let's go back up to Air 3. Take a look at this big flag they've got flying right over the top of us here, above the eternal flame right now, as the chief and the mayor are walking up to the podium. Mayor Fisher yesterday saying he was a man of compassion and commitment and a wonderful public servant. He died doing what he was born to do, serving this community. Let's take the camera focused on the podium right now, because the memorial service is about to begin right now here live on Wave 3.
Thank you all for coming.
A family of police officers. Dad worked in the training division, brother a Louisville police officer for years, and now Nick Rodman, only 3 years and 3 months on the force, but 41 total years of service to our community from that family. Nick had gotten the job that he loved, and he was building the family that he wanted and loved. And now this. Take a look here from Air 3 here just a short time ago. This scene, Nick's mom sobbing, being helped up to the Fallen Officers Memorial. Think about that now. A family going from the joy of naming a baby to watching Nick's name now added to the memorial that honors those who've died serving us. The mayor today saying what happened to Nick Rodman, killed in a crash with a fleeing domestic violence suspect, reminds us the risks are real. The mayor and police chief saying Nick understood the dangers and believed in police work.
And with heavy hearts.
Oftentimes in life, it's the small details that define a person. We got to hear some of the small details, many of which didn't even emerge here until the past couple of days when people came up and actually shared things about Nick Rodman with his loved ones. Among them, teddy bears in the squad car he used to carry around, buying popsicles for the kids on hot days when he was out patrolling on the ATV, running into a domestic violence victim, 7 months pregnant, no shoes in the snow, helping her get some groceries, purchasing gas for an elderly man whose car had stopped and run out of gas at a trying time for him. And one of the most compelling stories about Nick Rodman's interaction with people, a man he arrested. And by the way, they said Nick Rodman arrested people the same way that he would want to be treated if he were being arrested. A guy he arrested saying that his total life turned around, never got in trouble again, everything changed just because Nick Rodman, Officer Rodman, took the time to sit down and actually talk to him about things going on in his life. Remember how incredible the ride was in 2012 to the Final Four and in 2013 to the national championship for the U of L Cardinals? Well, it looks now like those banners might be coming down like it all never really happened, and you know why. The prostitution scandal Katina Powell unveiled in her book that was investigated by the NCAA. Let's go down some of the key findings here. This is verdict day. The jury just came back with the verdict and the punishment.
With breaking news happening now, this is Wave 3 News.
Thanks for joining us for Wave 3 News Midday. I'm John Bold. The future of Louisville athletics is apparently being decided in a room at Grawemeyer Hall right now. U of L fans still stunned this morning as they learned their storied basketball programs now at the center of a federal investigation. After multiple high-profile columnists piled on overnight, calling for Rick Pitino and Tom Jurich to be fired for this alleged bribery scandal right after the school was put on probation, we want to bring you the very latest on what's going on right now. Sharon Yu is live at the Players Practice Facility. Welcome back. 11:22, 1 month shy of 20 years after he was hired to be the athletics director here at the University of Louisville. Tom Jurich has been fired. That just confirmed by Wave 3's own John Ramsey, who spoke personally to Tom Jurich, who said that they asked in a meeting with Greg Postal, he's walking into here right now, the interim president, he was asked to resign, he refused, and he was fired. Shortly after that, Rick Pitino went inside, came out without comment. We're going to get much more information from the university coming up here in about 90 minutes. When Rick Pitino pulled up afterward for his meeting with interim President Postal, he left the car running. He knew what was coming. He walked in, walked right back out just a couple of minutes later. Here he is walking out after what we believe was a firing for him. After he arrived here way back on March 21st of 2001, a championship banner possibly coming down as well. What a scene right there. Did you ever think you'd see anything like that? Good morning. You are looking live at a fantastic morning so far here at Churchill Downs. Look at the mud already carved up. It has been raining since before we went on the air this morning at 5 a.m. And if you are just waking up, it's been an eventful morning. You've missed a lot. All the Derby horses were already out on the track this morning. They were the first ones up, first ones out. They made the announcement to hold everybody else back. And the Oaks and Derby contenders came out to get a little exercise before their big day tomorrow. We just had something horrible happen here at the track. Those are the sirens that go off when a horse gets loose on the track and poses a danger to others. We just had something we've never seen happen before here on Derby week anyway. A horse right in front of our camera position, right there on the track behind us, not going to show it obviously, just literally fell right over and collapsed and is not breathing right now. Apparently had a heart attack. So they're bringing the equine ambulance. Matter of fact, there's the equine ambulance right there behind us, leaving. So just cast a pall over everything here. We can tell you no other horses got injured or they got everybody away from it at the time, but everybody is in a terrible, sad, tears mood right now. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back here tomorrow morning.
John, any sight of Always Dreaming yet?
Oh, I got a feeling I'm channeling my inner Always Dreaming. Let's take a guess here. Look it out of the dark here. It's like a scene out of the Headless Horseman or something. These beautiful horses coming out of the dark. You are looking live here this morning. It is 5:45. Usually when Todd Pletcher brings his horses up to the track, we're at the farthest chute to the west. Boy, he's got a big posse of them coming right now. Look for a yellow saddlecloth. That would be Always Dreaming. As we watch, I'm with our racing analyst, Jenny Reese, right now. We're going to look forward to the post positions draw here this morning. Let's talk first of all here, Jenny, about what would be disastrous in terms of a draw or a post position. Let's talk about Always Dreaming, as a matter of fact, since we're seeing him right here.
Expect more right now. You're watching Wave 3 News.
Welcome back to Wave 3. The post positions were just drawn. We're going to get some analysis right now as the media scatters out to interview some of the trainers. I'm with Ken Taylor and Caden Braid, our John Bull here with Wave 3. Guys, normally after the numbers are picked, we start with the effect on the favorites, but something really remarkable just happened here. We have a one-eyed horse that the people have really fallen in love with this week around Louisville. Patch, no left eye, placed in the 20 gate.
He's going to think he's out there by himself.
He will start the race with all the horses 19 to his left and not see any of them. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it makes for a great story.
Just learned about one dismissal, early dismissal today. Sources telling me the Wave 3 sales staff getting out here in a couple of minutes here at noon. What, do I sound like jealous just because those of us on Sunrise have been working out in the cold since 3? No way, not at all. Have a good day, sales staff. And as they travel home today, let's take a quick check of the conditions here. You can see Broadway's good to go. The snow has really tapered off, just kind of spitting dandruff once in a while. The salt has taken effect. Come on over on the sidewalk where I measured the snow with a penny earlier. It was about penny depth. You can't even really do it now. And the powdery snow, I can tell you, is not really packing like you want, but you can still nail somebody with a snowball. Take a look at the grass, not enough to sled. That is the bummer.